And welcome back to another episode of All of Fabric 6, where we're still using too much power. So in between episodes, it's just left running, and we built up a decent backstuff, which we're actually chewing through now. And this was fully blocked off. Then I created a few more of these, which makes me suspect we're not producing enough biomass, but we can spam some more growth accelerators. That'll probably be fine. So yeah, we're generating a bunch of power, but it is unfortunately definitely not enough to keep this running. So I upgraded this a little bit so that we have 2 condensers with full speed upgrades. And like if I put full speed upgrades inside the smelter, this thing produces too much fluid. So I suspect we could probably run like another 2 condensers. And I mean, the pulverizer factories are kind of keeping up. Fully speed upgraded, and then the furnace factory, and I'm just trying to get through a bit of this backlog of ore that we have, but yeah, power's not going to keep up. Lava supplies are starting to dwindle, very much starting to dwindle, so we certainly don't have enough power to run this all the time. I might expand this, but I suspect we're just asking a little bit too much. So we could expand this and have even more biomass. We could spam a bunch more generators, but I don't think we really need this all running all the time. Like, it would be cool, but I don't think we need to worry about that. Maybe in the future, But today, I have lined up, aside from that, all of the things we have left to do in the quest book. Now, we've got this area to tidy up, which it does not need to be like this, but I have been interested in creating the fissure, because I'm wondering if this will produce like the treasure loot. Now, whether or not we actually need that is another question. We need planks, which come from plank blocks, and compressed sawdust. Plank blocks come from planks. How do we get planks? I'm confused. We just have to compress sawdust, which comes from a sawmill. Okay, well, I guess we're making a sawmill first. So let's get ourselves a sawmill, Mark 1. Which means we probably want to go and get some of the upgrades, but let's just quickly craft the sawmill before we lose all his components we just made. We want Mark 2... Mark 3, and a Mark 4 machine upgrade. Now, we're going to start running out of power, so I might stop this thing. You don't auto-pull, and then you'll just finish processing what's left in there, and then these will all stop, and we'll start building power up again, hopefully. Because, yeah. We're probably not short on copper now. We've been processing that for a bit. We've got 3,000 copper. Hopefully we don't fill our storage with that. So, sawmill... I don't know if this needs a channel. It probably will. I haven't really laid this out in a nice way to have more channels, but I mean, I guess you could live. Yeah, we don't need a channel right now. We'll play around with it and see what happens. And then, okay, well, let's chuck these upgrades in then, since we got them. Mark 3 and Mark 4. Nice. If we got some logs, I guess just some oak logs will do. You definitely want some speed upgrades. There's some sawdust. Oh, let's get some speed upgrades. Just cooking up for that thing. Yeah, we'll climb all these quests at the end. That'll be fine. Yeah, these things take a while. I guess there are a lot of plates involved in a speed upgrade. And this whole thing. Cool. Is this going to be enough sawdust? And then that makes planks. Not the advanced fissure, the basic fissure. This just needs to go in a compressor, right? I think that's what it was. This thing here, I don't know why this... It often gets jammed on these... Oh, because it's multiple tin plates become that. Right. I think I almost might want not a compressor factory and just a separate compressor for those plates. It's not the first time they've caused issues, and same with this. Don't auto-split stacks. Okay. Then that should have gotten us enough plates, so we probably don't even need these speed upgrades. But let's get them in there anyway. And this is actually probably a decent way to make wood. And we get sticks and the sawdust we could use for making cardboard boxes if we wanted to. Yeah, okay, that's enough. That's enough. But you can be fully upgraded. Nice. So that should get us the fissure once we craft those things. And a basic fissure. Cool. And then this thing just wants a fishing rod. We could put some upgrades in it. Let's just immediately upgrade this to the next tier. And we might even, yeah, let's get some of the stuff crafting. That'll be fine. So we get the improved fissure. And there's an improved fissure. And then I mean, does this look any different? Or is it just... Yeah, it's the same. And then we can upgrade that to an advanced fissure, which just needs a battery. Nice. Advanced fissure. And that completes those quests. And yeah, that just allows upgrades. Like, I guess we get some speed upgrades. Sure. Now, I don't know if this thing needs water or not. Like, it would make sense. Yeah, probably says something in here. I mean, if we found the book, actually. Somewhere I have the book for that. Machines, fissure. Its only requirement is a fishing rod. Oh, so we just... Like, if I grabbed my bedrock fishing rod... You're using power? You're not retrieving anything? I would have thought this did need water, but it kind of... I mean, it hasn't caught anything. Let's try putting this... We've got some power. We don't really want to jam it there. Let's put you here. I mean, I guess it's a handy thing if you just have to hook it there. I was expecting to need to... Never mind. Thought I lost the fishing rod. I did not. False alarm. And then if we chuck those in there... Oh, you take a lot. Do you not... Ooh, able to fish even in the most aggressive of fluids. Is this how we get those lava sponges? That would make sense. I might go try fishing in lava with this. You don't appear to be retrieving anything. Do you need... Do you need to be in water? But if you were here, and you had a fishing rod, you used up my bedrock fishing rod. Ouch. Right. So it did get us fish, but it deleted my bedrock fishing rod. We're going to have to get another one of them. I don't think that's too bad. I mean, yeah, we've made all this stuff before. Let's, yeah, you use up fishing rods. So it just uses the durability. You do get loot though, which is kind of neat. Yeah, so it didn't work with the bedrock fishing rod. I'll get another one of these just for having it. And yeah, we obviously do need water, so I might set up a little fishing area here for this thing. We'll see what kind of loot we can get out of it. We obviously need a supply of fishing rods. Alright, so we're going to attempt a mystical agriculture fishing rod because I think these have more durability. So set up a bit of a fishing area. Again, I don't know that the depth of the water makes a difference, but it certainly looks kind of cool. Yeah, we're getting some stuff. I think the durability is going to be nice. So yeah, this kind of works as expected. Actually not a bad way to get like enchantments that has negative 33 durability. That's interesting. I guess because you got like the negative 30% durability debuff on it. So it kind of ended up with, yeah, stuff. Yeah. And then so that'll just tick away. Could put more speed upgrades in there. I mean, I guess we get some more. Like if we can. Let's be like another 12. And we're going to get a whole bunch of stuff. Now, could we turn that into biomass? Is that something we can do? We can ferment raw cod into kippers with brewing and chewing. Okay, that looks kind of cool. Not familiar with that one. But yeah. And then we're getting enchanted books. Yeah, this is a little bit. It's kind of, yeah. Yeah, that's cool. It's going to be a lot of stuff. A lot of fishing rods, actually, which is neat. But yeah, it did eat my bedrock fishing rod, which was unexpected. Unexpected. And we could start, like, voiding things we don't really want. Like, do we really need all these bows? Probably not. Do we really need all these fishing rods? Not really. Though we could feed them back into... Now, what happens if you have a fishing rod with negative durability and it's in here? It immediately gets destroyed. That makes sense. Yeah, no, that's fair. But yeah, we could import all of these fishing rods back into the fissure. Now, do you have like an input slot? Input and output? So if we were to grab, let's do that actually. Because I don't need those fishing rods for anything. We got some different item pipes. I don't think that's going to be enough. You go faster. You don't extract fast enough is a little bit of a problem. So maybe we don't bother doing that. Because you might be voiding some stuff. Because you're constantly going. Right, maybe not. Maybe we give it enough time to extract what's in there. And because it's not like we really need... we don't need a large amount of that. Yeah, let's not worry about that. And then we could pipe... Oh, yeah, it did work, it did work. This back into here. And you could... Let's grab a fishing rod. You could extract fishing rods. We don't really get a chance to tell it to ignore like NBT. Are you only going to insert like this fishing rod? You are. Which that didn't last very long. Now, did these item pipes... Do they have like filters and stuff? Because we can get like a servo. Ignore item damage, ignore item MBT. So we could actually do it that way. We'll have to change this a little bit. Okay. Cool. And then if we do this, are you going to be inserting like random stuff? You might actually not even need a filter. Because you probably only accept fishing rods. Okay. Well, maybe we could have used modern industrialization then. We probably could have. Let's try. I mean, these pipes are cool, but they do take up 2 item spaces. So you'll be output blacklist. And what if you were just input blacklist? Would you then insert fishing rods? Yeah. Neat. Man, we're getting so much stuff. I might avoid saddles just because they don't stack. And maybe bows. We could probably get a decent bow out of this, actually. Although, don't we have we've got a bedrock bow, right? We do, so we don't really need any of that other stuff. Yeah, okay. So that is the fissure done. Next we got the chopper. Chopper might be nice for harvesting trees. Let's get a chopper. Looks pretty straightforward. Couple of golden axes. We're gonna want some of those upgrades, although they might use batteries, so let's get the chopper itself. Can't quite see what I'm typing. Let's get the Mark II. Great for a start. So, yeah, I figure this is kind of going to be our like little industrial area. I might have put this a little bit close. It'll be okay. Yeah, it'll be okay. We'll sort out something in the future. So how does this work? This has like a range. Oh, you do like that. Okay. Which means you probably want to be like in the middle-ish of a chunk. Not that there's a middle of a chunk. Yeah, maybe back one. Maybe back one. Like I think 5 would be fine. And then what, we put some sap. Oh, so you need an axe as well. Now I'm not going to put my bedrock axe in there because I think we know what's going to happen there. If we had some saplings, like let's say, I guess, oak. Good saplings. You plant them? Yeah. And then I guess you just need an axe. Like I guess the soul steel axe because we don't really need it for anything. And then I guess some bone meal. And I guess some speed upgrades. Wow, you take a lot. And we don't need to see everything. Don't need to see chunk boundaries. You run out of saplings. No, you run out of power. That makes sense. These haven't even grown. Sure. Then we'll just run some power into this thing. Why not? Let's see how this works. And then it kind of works. Yeah. Then you chop the... Okay, you kind of do it in a weird way. But yeah, that kind of works. I suspect it's actually going to end up not cutting out some stuff over the side, but that's fine. And then we could actually restrict the size a little bit by like not having dirt around some parts of it so it can't go all the way out, because I suspect we're going to end up with a little bit of overhang from some of these oak trees that won't get caught, which will be a little bit of a pain. But neat. And then you fill up with wooden stuff. Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of sticks and stuff dropping because of the fast leaf decay. Yeah. And you're not really keeping up with the amount of saplings, which is interesting. Using a lot of power. Maybe if we put the upgrade in. Still using a lot of power. Maybe you don't need to be that fast. Or we could actually be starting to hit the transfer limit of these cables because I mean, nothing else is using stuff though. Yeah, maybe we'll get like a Mark III and a Mark IV upgrade. Right, I think this will probably work just fine. Again, we don't really need a lot of wood, but we can just fill that with axes. I just input from the top, and this kind of just ticks away. Probably doesn't need that many speed upgrades. I'm assuming a lot of speed upgrades probably makes a bit of lag if you've got heaps of machines doing it. And then, yeah, we can just cover that up. Since I'm not trying to do inputs and outputs here. Oh, this is going to make a mess, isn't it? Please don't. Please stop. That's the wrong cable. I wanted item pipes. I was trying to do inputs and outputs. Now these don't. No, they don't go together. I'm trying to do inputs and outputs on the same cable, but it kind of just seemed to be like inserting and removing the axes, and they'd just like do a loop, and there we go. That should be better. No, it's cool. Yeah, doing a loop, and it would only extract the axes if they were up the top. So I think this will be fine, and we could also put saplings in here like that. And that will literally just sit there ticking away, producing wood. And we can swap those saplings out if we need a lot of some other log. Whether or not we need that, I don't know. I guess it is kind of handy that we get plenty of fruit. Sure. Sure, and we can do a better storage solution at another point. But nice. That works. Right, and we will just quickly get these fluid pipe quests. Again, probably handy at some point to have these faster fluid pipes. But I don't really need them right now. I'll do that. And hey, fluid pipe Mark IV done. So that leaves like a couple of random upgrades, like allowing the furnace to have blast furnace recipes. Don't know what that gives us. Like, I'm sure there's something. I don't know what else we need in there though. I think I'll just quickly whip up all of this stuff. Just so we get it. And maybe we'll use these buffer enhancers and stuff and things. Maybe. So we've done the chopper, we've done that. Don't need fluid pipe. Yeah, cool. We're getting close, And grab a bucket of milk from one of our egg-laying woolly pigs. Do we need that? Well, we're going to make the rancher. I used stuff for. I set up another recycler. Try putting the render distance back up, but that seems to have been a bad choice. Let's go back to that. Yeah, it's getting a little bit framey around the place sometimes. I set up another recycler because what was happening is we'd end up with like one seed in here, which would block this one up. You're also not quite powering everything. We'll do that. That'll be nice. We'll keep them nice and powered. Yeah, we're ending up with like one seed, and then this would get blocked up. There's so many of these things. I need to, get rid of them. But now this should be fine. Because we've got like a dedicated wheat recycler and a dedicated seed recycler. And yeah, because it takes 2 seeds, it's kind of getting stuck occasionally. So this will keep things running smoothly. We're actually pretty good on power. Still haven't built up lava though. Right. So this should get us the rancher. Nice. Pick up those things. And then the final thing we need is the slaughterer, which I believe is like a mob grinder type deal. Boom. I don't know that we'll set these up right now. Slaughterer we can use for farm animals as well. Rancher, I think, as well. They kind of mention what the rancher's used for. Somewhere, yeah, the rancher kill animals. Or if you put wheat seeds or carrots, it'll feed them to it, which I guess will breed them. Or you can collect milk. Milk might be nice. That could be a nice way to automatically get milk, but we don't need it right now. That's everything. That is everything. Industrial Revolution complete. Let's claim all of the rewards. Nice. Get anything cool? I mean, we get useful stuff. Oh, ancient debris. The micro circuit, they're kind of good. Yeah, we're kind of fine for crafting industrial stuff now. I see, yeah, we don't really need these things just yet. We'll hold on to them. They might be useful in the future. For now, you can just live sitting here, sitting here. I'll turn the range down because it might be kind of laggy if it's checking an area all the time, which I suspect it might do. Maybe we don't just have them sitting there. We'll put them away. Let's go chuck our trophy over in our bedroom. Another one to add to the collection, and that's pretty sweet. That is pretty sweet. We're going to need a better trophy room at some point, but you don't need to be there. Oh, it was a silk touch deal. Nice. All right, there's obviously one thing still remaining to do, and that is actually building a structure around this factory. I'm sure we're going to be coming back here to either process ores or mine more ores throughout the rest of the series. But we're kind of done with building Industrial Revolution stuff, unless we get the rancher and the slaughterer set up, which we might. I think we're kind of good. So what I think we're going to do is next episode, construct a structure, because we're getting a little bit tight for time on this one. And I still need to come up with a design that looks kind of cool. So we'll, come back next time, build a structure around this. And then I guess we're looking for the next thing to do. But another chapter down. Industrial Revolution complete. Even though there's some stuff we're not using, and I'm sure there's more that we could do. There's possibly not quests for everything. But that'll leave me for now. So, it's been ClassicDuff. Thanks for watching. Come back next time for some more All of Fabric 6. See ya.